The next very important cycle is called as phosphorus cycle. What is this phosphorus cycle? This is again a very important cycle. Yes, all the literature is given out here. The phosphorus cycle is the slowest biogeochemical cycle that describes the movement of phosphorus through lithosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. Unlike many other geochemical cycles, the atmosphere does not play a significant role in the movement of phosphorus because phosphorus based compounds are usually solid and are typically range of temperatures and pressure found on the initially phosphate weathers from the rock. What happens? First of all, the phosphates weathers means what? The rock, whenever it is broken into pieces and pieces, the phosphate released from the rocks and most common mineral being apatite. This is the important one. What is apatite? The apatite is a mineral which contains rich phosphate. This material get released into the water, is soluble, and taken up by the plants and transformed into organic compounds. When the plants absorb the phosphates, then it turns into an organic product. Right? This is one process. Let me show the other process where there is a unique process that is happening in the southern hemisphere in the Pacific Ocean. This is again a very unique process. This is a but natural process, like whatever is happening here from the rocks. The rocks are there basically because of weathering. The rocks release the phosphorus get released into the ocean, or the phosphorus is being absorbed by the plants directly. This is but a natural cycle, but there is other process. Let me read this particular para, then we'll go to the other cycle, like other process, not cycle, other process. The plants may then be consumed by herbivore. The phosphorus is either incorporated into the tissues or excreted. After death of animal or plant decay, then phosphorus is returned to the soil, where a large part of the phosphorus is transformed into soluble compounds. This is what is happening. This is shown in the form of a picture, like the phosphorus that is present in the rock releases out, absorbed either by the plants. The plants are being consumed by the animals. On the death of the plants and animals, again they will get released into the atmosphere or into the water. This is what is happening. This is but a natural and a large scale process that is taking place, right? Here this is a weathering of the rocks and the erosion takes place that dissolve nitrogen, dissolve phosphorus. The marine animals takes and the marine animals die. It turns into again sediment. This is what is happening, but there is a unique process. What is that unique process? This is the one which is very important process. Come on, understand this one. Especially in the southern hemisphere, in the Pacific Ocean, off the coast of South America. Very important. South American continent is called as the bird continent. This is called as the bird continent because of number of birds that are found on the peaks of Andes mountains. As there are number of birds that are found along the peaks of the Andes mountains, so many wide variety of birds are there. Therefore, this is called as the bird continent. Now, what is happening here? Along the coast of Peru and Chile. See this one? The world's largest exporters of organic phosphates. The first and foremost rank goes to Chile, followed by Peru. These are the two countries which ranks 1 and 2 in the export of organic phosphate. But the question is how these countries are getting the organic phosphate. Because of the cold upwelling. Along the coast of Peru and Chile, what is there? There is a cold upwelling called as Humboldt cold current. It's called as Humboldt cold current. What is this cold current? The cold waters are coming onto the surface from the deep inner layers due to the process of upwelling. The cold waters which are present in the deep inner layers of the ocean, they are coming onto the surface. When the cold waters are coming onto the surface, as such, the rocks that are present on the continent, suppose if this is a continent, this is the ocean. Whenever there is a rainfall, as the rain drop is slightly acidic, it gets readily reacted with the phosphorus that is present in the rocks, and it gets dissolves, and the dissolved phosphorus is locked into the ocean lines. When the dissolved phosphorus is locked into the ocean, due to the cold upwelling, here it is happening here like this. Due to the cold upwelling, the phosphorus that is dissolved comes onto the surface. Suppose if this is phosphorus, it South America. What is happening? The cold upwelling is happening here. When the cold upwelling is happening here, suppose if this is ocean, the cold upwelling is happening here. This is the coast of Peru and Chile. When the phosphorus comes onto the surface, here, somewhere here in the diagram, when the phosphorus is coming onto the surface, because of what is phosphorus? Phosphorus is a nutrient. Due to this one, the fishes that are present here, the fishes called as anchovies. The fishes called as anchovies are consuming the phosphorus here. When the fishes are eaten up by the birds, since it is a bird continent, see this is the bird. There are number of birds where they will be coming directly from the top of the mountain. See, this is a water body, this is the mountain. They come onto the top of from the top of the mountain, they hits the water body and kills the anchovies, and the birds consumes the anchovies. First of all, the phosphorus is in a dissolved condition. It comes onto the surface because of the cold upwelling called as the Humboldt cold current or the Peruvian cold current. When the phosphorus comes onto the surface, it is consumed by the anchovies fishes. The anchovy fishes are consumed by the birds, and as these birds are there on the tops of the Andes, the droppings of the birds. After the digestion, the birds gives out excreta in the form of droppings. The droppings of the birds called as guano. Very, very important. What is the dropping of the bird called as? It's called as guano. These droppings consist of rich organic phosphates. Rich organic phosphate. And the country which is supplying the organic phosphate to all the world countries, the first and foremost country is Chile. The second country is Peru. Why Chile and Peru are having very rich organic phosphates? Because of bird continent. Why the bird? How the bird is giving? In the form of dropping. All the droppings are being collected by the miners, and they are in turn used as fertilizers. Even the government of India is importing the organic phosphates as in the form of fertilizers from the countries like Peru and Chile. This is a very important nutrient for the agricultural growth, especially in the green revolution. Right? Whenever you are talking about the fertilizers, what are the three important nutrients? NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potash. What is this one? This is phosphorus. From where the phosphorus is coming from? It's coming from guano. This is very, very important. Guano is the very important organic phosphorus, right? Nothing but the dropping of the word. The question in the UPSC can be asked like this. What do you mean by guano? Guano is nothing but the dropping of the word, right? Even in India, at a place called as, in the state of Karnataka, there is a region called as the district of Mandya. There is the collection of guano by the local people. The place is called as in the Rangan Tittu Bird Sanctuary. The name of that region is called as Kokkare Belur. Kokkare Belur is the area. What do you mean by the Kokkare Belur? The literal meaning of this Kokkare Belur is nothing but it is the bird called as stork. The dropping of the stock is been accumulated and the people are collecting that one guano and it is supplied to all the fertilizer companies. This is what the guano. Guano is a very important fertilizer raw material, right? What is gone? Literally, the meaning is the dropping of the word. This is about the geochemical cycles.